The Chosen is one of the very few Christian programs that I am not afraid at all to share with any and everyone. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And it's really been amazing to see the response over the last few months, because I think what people are responding to is that it's a show about Christ that actually feels authentic. We really worked hard to make sure that it felt like, in many ways, like you're there. I think the style of the show is such that it doesn't feel like it's formal or staged or emotionally distant. And so I think people who aren't even necessarily believers can still appreciate it, because I think they're interested to see stories about these people who lived 2,000 years ago. And I don't think you necessarily have to believe Jesus is the Son of God to actually still enjoy the show. But however, we're seeing so many people who watch the show and then are compelled to find out more from the Gospels.
And I've talked to some of the people in the show, like the actors, some people behind the scenes, and I see God even changing and transforming their own lives. I mean, what more can we ask for? Talk to me about the heartbeat. I probably have asked you this before, but Jonathan said something so profound. You're able to capture the heartbeat of Christ with stories that have not been written. The Lord has really used you to expound on these stories without not being scandalous or salacious or create like the creative liberties that it's just like, what? That's not God.
Right.
The heartbeat of Christ is all over it. What is that?
Well, I think that the heartbeat of Christ is present in the show because the heartbeat of Christ is present in me when I'm writing and creating the show. I think that a lot of times when people are doing shows about the Bible and they're doing things that are extra biblical, a lot of times they have some agenda. Their agenda is to maybe rewrite something or to try to say something new. I'm not trying to say something new. I'm not trying to rewrite anything. I'm just trying to provide some backstory and some context that can take the stories of the Gospels and maybe even enhance your experience with them. And so I think that because I love the Bible and because the ultimate goal of the show is to bring people even closer to the Bible, I think the viewers can sense that. And so that even when we're doing things that aren't directly from Scripture, it feels like honorable towards Scripture and to the character of Christ.
I mean, and that shows with how many people have invested.
Right.
How many people are giving to this project. I mean, I'm an investor. I've told you this before. And I couldn't be prouder. So thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. I can't wait to see the next couple episodes.
Yes,
Next season?
Yeah, season 2. We are writing it now. We want people to continue. There were 19,000 of you who invested in season 1. And now we got to get people to keep paying it forward when they watch it, buying the DVDs and merchandise, because we don't have a big studio writing a big check for this thing. So it's people like yourself who are keeping the show going.